All right, so here is the final conclusion to the Bronco no start that I promised I would follow up on. I had a diehard in here. It was barely a year old, and there was one thing that I should have noticed early on and connected it to the no start problem. But most everybody who deals with no start issues, what they recommend checking is somewhere over in here: the PCM, the distributor, the wires, the coil, that type of stuff. But the one thing that they didn't list as a possibility was the battery. I changed this battery out now. It's been about a month, so I wanted to make sure that the no start didn't reappear, and it has not. Of course, I got a Napa Legend. There's two batteries at Napa I would recommend. The Napa Legend is what I usually get. It's a little more less expensive than the Napa AAAs, but the AAAs are very good, I hear. But the Legends have never done me wrong, and I got a screaming deal on this with stacking of coupons and stuff like that. So this was very little in terms of the price. So I got it because I wanted to check it out. Now, what tipped me off, or what got me thinking about all of this, was something I'm going to show you here on the inside. It's it was a very slight thing. And what was that thing? This thing right here. This is a Pioneer radio. I had an issue where if it sat, now does that sound familiar? If it sat overnight or for 2 days and didn't run, the clock would reset. It wouldn't hold the time. So there was something, I thought, in the radio. So I took the bezel off. Very easy to remove, by the way. That's one thing I like about, one of the only real things I like about non-old cars and vehicles is how easy it is to remove the radio with just a blade, and it just comes right out. So I checked all the wires back there. I removed the radio, checked all the wires. Everything looked just freaking great. But it would reset, especially if it sat. So there was something in the diehard battery, which, by the way, as South Main Auto has noted, if you follow them to any great extent, and I noted this in my last video, almost every single problem that comes in the electrical, the diehard is somehow related. If a diehard is in a vehicle in South Main Auto, you know what, that's absolutely the case. So once I changed out my battery, now this is sat for 3 days. Sometimes the Bronco starts right up, clock keeps time. So that was, and should have been, some sort of notification to me that the battery was the issue all along. Oi. All right, so the no start issue is solved. It was the battery. Hard to believe. Kind of weird. Not usually the case, but that is exactly what happened. Hang loose.